Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Elon, and we're back again with another video, guys. Today we got Killer Whale commits. I'm not gonna say the word. Y'all could clearly see it, but it's called Hugos Story. Now, you guys, I don't want to put a damper on you guys today. I don't want you guys to feel sad. That's why I'm dropping this video a little bit later. Currently, as I'm recording, it's in the morning. But before we get into any of that, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn those notifications on, like, comment, and share, guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I think we hit 84 subscribers. We're a small family now, but trust me, when we get big, don't hop on the bandwagon. I'm gonna say it, don't hop on the bandwagon, because when you see 12 million subscribers, when you see 40 million subscribers, don't say you've always been here. When I was from when I was small. But let's get into the video, because y'all said my intros be too long, so let's get into it.
This is the tragic story of Hugo, the Orca. Hugo was captured at around 4 to 6 years of age in February 1968 in Vaughan Bay, Washington. Hugo, named after an airplane pilot, was then sent to the Miami Seaquarium. It took him 85 days to arrive. Hugo was then placed into a pool dubbed the Celebrity Pool, which is so small, today it houses manatees.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the tank where Hugo the Orca lived while they were building the Killer Whale Stadium.
Yeah, that's one thing I heard. I heard that SeaWorld, like, they have, like, such small pools. It's like these animals, they just don't even, like, want to be. Obviously, like, you wouldn't want to be enclosed in a space and captured from your home and brought to, like, a little... You know, humans get claustrophobic. I'm pretty sure these whales do too. They want to swim for miles and miles, but they can only swim in a circle. And, like, you know, that's tough.
At 12 feet deep and about 15 to 20 feet long. Far too small for a 22-foot, 12,000-pound orca.
That is pretty small.
He lived in that tank for 2 years, performing daily. Then, in August of 1970, Lolita the Orca was captured.
Sounds they made were what we really noticed, but what you really felt were the cries of the both small ones.
Bro, they're wilding, bro. Are they in the water with these orcas? Killer whales? They must be getting paid the big bucks, because I wouldn't get in that water unless you dropping an M. You have to drop $1 million for me to get in that water. That's tough.
And the adult ones. And I remember one day I stopped over there right close to them with my children that were very small at the time. And they kept saying, "Why are they crying? They're crying." It just broke your heart, everybody that saw them. And you kept wanting them to let them go. What? Harassing them.
Facts. 6 young whales were captured, at least 3 orcas drowned. Wow.
Lolita was purchased for $6,000 by the Miami Seaquarium. A small circular tank was constructed for Lolita called the Whale Bowl. Hugo and Lolita started to call out for each other, so the trainers put them together. At first, they were aggressive towards each other. In addition, Hugo became aggressive towards his handlers. Nevertheless, the Orca completed 5 to 6 shows per day for the 10 years they were together.
Dude, that's
Hugo and Lolita eventually mated, much to the
labor,
delight of Seaquarium employees. Lolita was pregnant a few times, but never delivered a live offspring. An astrologer was hired to foresee the future of the 2 whales.
Bro, this is such a sad video. Well,
Hugo died in March 1980 of a brain aneurysm, according to marine mammal inventory reports. He had a history of slamming into tank walls, and once, he even broke the glass viewing windows, cutting off the tip of his nose. The brain aneurysm was a consequence of him repeatedly smashing his head against the concrete walls.
Bro, dude wanted out, bro. That's so sad. I feel like with these things, it's like they shouldn't keep them for so long. I feel like that's the problem. They like literally run them out to like the day they die, which like completely sucks. Cause you know how us as human, like basically you can't work after you're 65. After you're 65, you're put on a retirement plan. Even if you don't even have money to retire, after a certain time you can't work because your body physically can't do it no more. But like people don't care about these animals, and I can't tell you the last time I've been to SeaWorld, so I feel like they going down too. Especially after all of these like these articles about all these different animals, the dolphins, the manatees, these killer whales, like it's ridiculous.
It was called an act of suicide. Hugo had spent 12 years in captivity at the Seaquarium. After 12 years of performing and making millions for the Miami Seaquarium, his reward was the Seaquarium ditching his body into a dump. No plaques, no statues, no mention of his name anywhere at the park. He never saw the ocean or his mother again, just like Lolita. There have been many reported suicide attempts by cetaceans. If this isn't a determinate sign these animals don't belong in confined spaces, what is? Research has proven that orcas have a number of complex cognitive abilities, such as self-recognition and the ability to feel empathy. Which means that cetaceans, just as humans, are vulnerable to emotional and social stresses that can lead to considerable harm.
Let's see what happened with Lolita.
Today, Lolita still lives alone in her tank, with no other killer whale companions. She has been living in that same tiny tank for over 50 years and is the oldest living killer whale in captivity.
Oh my gosh, bro. That is horrible, bro. Imagine spending 50 years in a tank. Just forced to do shows for like such a small amount of fish. Like, bruh, that's tough. But y'all keep endorsing SeaWorld, man. But I love SeaWorld. I love SeaWorld. I haven't been there in a while, but it seems pretty cool. But if this is what they doing and like the standards are, they're not keeping up with the animals, because these are animals, they have lives too, bruh. I mean, like, I'm not trying to be like one of those, one of those activists, animal rights activists, or whatever, and be annoying like them. But I'm just saying that these animals have lives too, and imagine if it was you. I know you wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, wow. I mean, I knew this was small, but this small? On an average day when I'm out with orca in the wild, I can follow them for 5 to 8 hours, and I can follow them over easily 50 kilometers. And in that time frame, I would see them typically sleeping, hunting, socializing. They would be food sharing. They would obviously be traveling during that time frame. And yet when you see an orca in captivity, you see them just either lying there despondently, or you see what's termed stereotypic behaviors. And those are abnormal, repetitive behaviors. So that might be chewing on the concrete, it might be swimming in a circle. People are used to seeing animals like bears or tigers pacing up and down. You see exactly the same thing with whales and dolphins when you know what to look for. They just go round and round the tank. They typically surface at exactly the same spot. And the fact that these animals can't travel, they're confined within these tiny little blue cylinders, is really, really difficult to watch. So this is very typical stereotypic behavior. Just head lifting like that. So I just went in to see Lolita, and I know the facts. I mean, I know exactly the dimensions of the tank. I know the dimensions of her, but when you actually see it, you realize how tragically small that tank is.
That's tough, bro. That's extremely tough. The animal welfare Welfare Act states that the tank of the Orca size of Lolita must be 48 feet in each direction with a straight line of travel across the middle. Oh man, Lolita's tank is 35 feet wide.
So there's a very robust plan in place to help Lolita retire. It involves training her for simple things like being able to move in a bigger environment and to be able to catch live fish again. And we would never just throw her out into the ocean and just say, right, you're on your own, sunshine. So the idea with the rehabilitation plan is that she would be retired into a little secluded cove that would be netted off. And that would give her the ocean experience, but on a small scale, so that she wouldn't be frightened. She'd have rocky bottom, pebbles, seaweed, fish, and the currents and the waves, all of those.
That's good. They have a plan. That's great that they have a plan. When was this video? 2020. So yeah, so she's probably there right now. That's really good. At least they have a plan to retire her, because of course, you know, you can't just return. You can't just be like goodbye and throw it back in the ocean and be like, all right, live on your own, after they've been so dependent on humans for so long. But the fact that it took them 50 years to do this just shows that, like, some stuff's got to change.
Things that should be what she should have in her natural life, not in the sea circus that she's having to do here, purely for people's entertainment. You're using an animal that's just basically a facsimile, a puppet of what a real orca is. It's just tragic that she's been kept in there in that torturous environment for this long.
Visit www.orcanetwork.org to learn how you can help. If you guys feel so led to go there and do that, go, all power to you. Go help the orcas, bro. But that's it for me, you guys. Sorry to give you guys such a little bit of a depressing video today, but hey, and it's the video somebody chose. Somebody told me to react to this video. I will be leaving a link down below in the description to go help the orcas. So if you're viewing this video and you feel like there's anything you could do to help, if there's a donation or whatever, I'll be linking it down in the description. The thing, let's read the description and see what it says, because I'm pretty sure they have a program. You can help free Lolita by urging Palace Entertainment to retire her coastal sanctuary that's already available for her rehabilitation. So yeah, I'm gonna link the Help Lolita and this one down in the comments. So if you guys want to go see it, definitely go check it out for sure. But that's it for me. Elaw out.